As part of reactive form learning, in the previous video, we accessed the form group object in the HTML template. In this video, we will see how to access form control object in the HTML template. The name property is not directly accessible in the HTML template since the name property belongs to the form group object and does not directly belong to the component class. To access the form control object, I am going to define a function named name within the app component class. In the body of this function, I am including this .form. Using this .form, I am accessing the form group object of the component class. In the form group object, I am calling the get function. I am hovering my mouse over the get function to view its documentation. As the documentation is displayed in a smaller portion, I am maximizing the Visual Studio Code window and closing app.component.html. I am hovering over get function again. We can see that get function is defined in abstract control class. Abstract control is the parent class of form group, hence the get function defined in abstract control is also available in form group. From the method description, we understand that it helps to get the form control object using name. As parameter of the function, we can pass the control name as string. So as function parameter, I am including name as string. This function returns an abstract control object or null, but what we need is form control and not abstract control. Based on object-oriented principles, as form control object is a child class of abstract control, a form control object can be returned by this function. So this expression this.form.get of name should return the form control object of name. I am prefixing a return keyword so that name function returns the form control object obtained using the get function. Before this function definition, I am including get keyword. The get keyword in JavaScript helps to access a function like a property instead of accessing it like a function. Let me include the code in the HTML template to access this function. I am normalizing the Visual Studio Code window, then opening app.component.html from the Explorer and placing both the windows adjacent to each other. In the HTML template, I am going to include a div tag after the pre-tag. Within this div tag, I am including label name valid, after which I am including interpolation. Within this interpolation, I am including name.valid. The name here refers to the name function in the component class. Since we have included get keyword before the function, it is possible to access it like a property. The inclusion of name here will call the name function in the component class, and the form control object returned by the name function is what will be contained in name here. Valid property in form control helps to track if the form element is valid or not. I am saving both the files. It results in a compilation error. If I expand the console window height and look into the compilation error message, it says that the object may be null. We earlier saw that get function returns abstract control or null. Hence, there is a possibility that name included in app.component.html may be null. Hence, it results in this compilation error. To overcome this, we need to include a question mark after name in the HTML template. Here, question mark dot is called as optional chaining operator. By including this operator, we are confirming that we will surely get an object and it will not be null. I am saving the file after inclusion of the question mark. After the page reload, we can see the valid property displayed as true. By including this function in the component class, we have made it possible to access the FormControl object in the HTML template. Let me summarize the changes to be done. In app.component.ts, include the get function to access name FormControl object. In app.component.html, include this div tag. Save both the files and check if valid property is displayed as true.